Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time you see our program, so for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for this night, we'll start with tonight's evening show. So our monitoring spirit will record Now Arsenal and Give Me Sports plus some other media houses. Can they let us know, say, are you aware that on the deadline day, Arsenal were offered Marco Asensio from PSG? They were offered that player to sign him, but Arsenal ended up going for Raheem Sterling. Now, the reason is because Marco Asensio, if they collect £300,000 per week, he gets for PSG. So Arsenal don't get that kind of money they won't throw away on salary. So that's why they go sign this player. In fact, I just saw the reports on Football London. They say Arsenal offered PSG transfer chance. Arsenal reportedly offered the chance to sign Marco Asensio this summer. That's according to the latest reports from Give Me Sports. So now what we're going to hear. So when I just see this news, Give Me Sports, I follow the hyperlink. Go to Give Me Sports page. I can't see. I see exclusive. Manchester United were offered £300,000 per week sterling alternative. So I can't see Arsenal badge there. So I can't see, make I dive into the story. So when I enter the story, I can see Manchester United and Arsenal opted against taking advantage of the opportunity to lure Marco Asensio to Old Trafford or the Emirates Stadium. Now, everything is because of the salary, £300,000 per week. And really, let's not be the ideal fit for Arsenal. So that's why Arsenal said, okay, instead of to sign that one, but then go for a temporary solution in Raheem Sterling. And after Sterling, then once it's not end, they'll go look for the person they won't get. But for me, I would have that sense. I just said the guy when the guy did for Real Madrid. I don't want to say they play, but well, that them I to get the final say because them get their own plan for the type of player where they won't sign for the future. So they don't already see say Asensio isn't the perfect fit for us and no issue. Let's move ahead. We don't already get our own Sterling. So you remember, I think it was in the morning, we were talking about the shirt number where Raheem Sterling go wear. And I think it was now Arsenal where they speculate and drop out so many type of numbers where Raheem Sterling fit choose number 10, number 13, number 20 kidney, number 21. But at the end of the day, Arsenal can't give Raheem Sterling number 30. That's the number where Matt Turner wear. Can't leave him, can't come out. So now 13 go to wear. Then after in 10 for Arsenal, the loan term, then he will drop the number. So even Fabrizio Romano self dropped the update. Say Raheem Sterling picks number 30 at Arsenal. So Raheem, we also say that number 30 will do a lot of wonders for you. Now, our legend, Emmanuel Petit. So back when they come as I can talk about a mistake where him feel say Arsenal make for this transfer window. So back when they talk say Arsenal gets under Arteta, say Kai Havertz, they do a brilliant job up top for Arsenal. However, they believe say Arsenal supposed to sign number 9. You get so Petit was speaking about this to Squawka. I know Squawka another company they do so many player statistics and all that. So he was quoted to have said this. Now, Babakon they explain say Arsenal are missing presence up front. Kai Havertz always tries to come deeper in midfield to link up with the midfield players. Sometimes he's asking for the ball behind the defenders, but that's not enough. This isn't his natural capacity. So they need someone up front, a typical striker that can convert chances. You get the feeling sometimes that Arsenal are predictable for their opponents when they are not playing well. So they need a plan B. And at the moment, they don't have one. See, I understand the sentiment of Petit. I understand the sentiment of our fans, myself inclusive, that we all need a striker. Arteta also knows this. If you feel say Arteta don't know this one, you are not being honest with yourself. Arteta, Edu Gaspar, Tim Lewis, Richard Garlick, all these people will be saying that them be the mini stakeholders before the case. They understand our hunger for a striker. But the thing is say the striker where them wants that they feel say that necessary they go see him. And Napoli self no help matters. If say Napoli bring the price down, who now I'm speculating? Who knows? Maybe if to say Napoli agree 70 million, Arsenal for don't sign Osimhen. Like you never can tell. You get so why are they not going for Victor Gyökeres? Because it's the next hottest property in town. Now only then he explain why they don't want to go for it. In fact, The question I'm asking sometimes when I sit back, I say, okay, Arsenal no go for Gyökeres, but why Chelsea no go for him? Should I don't ever think that way? Why Chelsea no go for him? Why Man U no go for him? Why all those Al Hilal no go for him? Everybody they find striker. Why Napoli where they find striker? No go for him. There is something in the data that we are not seeing, that we are not privy to. Now, where my own brain they tell me say there's something we are not privy to in the public domain. Something is amiss. Because 86 million pounds, I believe, is still within reach for Chelsea if they want to get him. PSG. So why all this? Like nobody will reason that side. What is wrong? I don't know. Have you taken time to think about it towards that direction? Why did Tottenham Hotspur spend up to 60-something million for Dominic Solanke? Why the no reason? How what's the difference in 67 and 65 and 86? Even the 86, they're not expecting you to come and give the 86 straight. Add-ons go involve. So why is it that nobody is looking towards that direction? That calls for alarm. They make me the worry sometimes, say something is amiss. So I don't really know. So that's why when I think I know the reason that side, there's something they are seeing, all these clubs and their sporting directors, that we are not really seeing, and now only time now you go tell. Maybe they wait for the player to mature. I don't really know. Because as soon as they see him, that's what myself at the see. Now, Yaya Toure, when they come and when they talk about Declan Rice. So Baba when they explain, say, as of now, Declan Rice, people go look and say he never reach the level of Rodri. You get. Say the only thing Declan Rice go do now to be above Rodri. When people like, if people they talk about and they will say, yes, it's better now, making start to the win trophies. Because when you see, they say Declan Rice reminds you of himself, but the former Manchester City midfielder has challenged the Arsenal man to start winning trophies this season if he wants to be considered better than Rodri. You get. So these are some of these. When you look at Rodri has won 11 honors in 5 years at Man City, and Tuchel hosted 7 pieces of silverware. Well, it's not say if you there for City, even if Rice go there, Shola ain't gonna win something every season. That one a guarantee. But it is what it is. Everything now, time now go tell. Now, an ex-Man City star, when they expect a goal glut as he predicts the results between the two title contenders in Man City and Arsenal, and this is no other than Andy Morrison. Now, Andy Morrison can they share the same sentiments. So me I don't mention for long. So Baba can talk say, if Arsenal meets Man City, Arsenal will want try all their best to beat them. You get. Number one, he can mention the criticism when Rodri mentioned. Do you know that after the season end, Rodri can talk say the difference between them and Arsenal, now mindsets and the mental capacity now for brainy day. That's the major difference. Psychological edge. So when Arsenal visits the Etihad, Arsenal no come to play for a win. The Arsenal came to play for a draw. So now that day, say, this Arsenal, they'll be shit packer. They don't get ambition, they don't get drive. Instead of them to come here, come try and see how they go beat us, they came to settle for a draw. And that is why some people like Gary Neville will talk, say, if to say Arsenal beat Man City for the Etihad, Arsenal would have won the league. That was actually where we lost the league, and not necessarily because Aston Villa beat us. So this time around, Arteta go they carry those statements. They place them for the front of the players. Say, can you remember what Rodri said? That is why people like Morrison, they talk, say, because when you look at the screen, I see where I mark it, they say, Rodri criticized the Gunners for playing for a draw in the corresponding fixture last campaign. And Morrison said that could fire up the opponents. I think Arsenal players will have Rodrigo's words ringing in their ears, and I can't see them coming and closing shop again. Closing shop in the sense that we came there and settled for a draw, we lock everywhere. We know they go attack. We just did there. Make sure say themselves no get any space. Everywhere just choke. At the end of the day, we share the spoils. We collect 1 point, they collect 1 point. Morrison is saying the reverse is going to be the case. This time around, we will meet. That is why they talk, say, the situation is somewhat very, very dangerous because right now, we are 2 points behind them. So depending on what's going to happen against Tottenham Hotspur, that is a match we must win to keep momentum alive. Because anything make us drop point there, so we call it draw. Man City can't win their own opponent. Man City will play in Brentford, and they did for home. In fact, I took my time to go and look at Man City's calendar. Man City get 4 straight home matches. They're playing Brentford, they're playing Watford, they're playing Inter Milan, they're playing us. 4 straight home. Whereas we, before we play Man City, we go first of all travel, go Syria, go play Atlanta for Champions League. Come back like 3 days later. Like the calendar don't choke now after this international break. Come on. Now every three days, oh, so everywhere don't choke now. So imagine traveling to Inter Milan to go and play there, when you want to enter plane, when you want to come back, when you want to do your first training, when you want to play Man City. This is everywhere don't choke. So we can't afford to lose games. Tottenham Hotspur beats them, then whatever happened against Man City, the mantra is going to be do not lose. This draw against this team now, this people will play against, just this Brighton team don't spoil plan. You don't spoil plan, but more not lose Upsha, more just see how everything they go. Because I don't know that I subscribe to the line of thoughts of Morrison when they talk say Arsenal going to Man City this time around, Arsenal won't go beat them. For me, I would have loved that to happen. So they kind of praise Declan Rice. Say Declan Rice has actually done something for Arsenal which no Premier League midfielder can match this season. Now they're looking at passing accuracy, pass success rates amongst the midfielders in the Premier League so far this season. Now Declan Rice has a 97.1% pass completion rate, followed by Mateo Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Amadou Onana, and Dominic Szoboszlai. So for now, Declan Rice is leading the race. Say if the guy make pass, the pass go reach where they go, confirmento. Say the guy did very, very good in the middle of the park. All of us know the strength of Declan Rice. We know how good he is. So really, I'm not that surprised. So now, people like Charles Watts, who is one of our Arsenal correspondents, in can they analyze how we go to settle for Tottenham Hotspur, who is going to be the likeliest replacement for Rice, who already gets his own red card. So Baba can they mention Jorginho, saying that Jorginho now go be the ideal replacement where him they see. And really, me, and in fact, who you want to put again? Merino don't get your own injury. That one go there for like 6 to 7 weeks, if not 8 weeks. Rice don't join her. So the next option, no choice. I just Partey and Jorginho, and that combination, now only God will save us, because that combination, how you go be, and you're playing against a Tottenham Hotspur that are very, very hungry. They never really play very well in these opening games. Get season and Newcastle still bust their nets, beat them, and themselves get some injury. Their best defender, Mickey Van der Ven, he don't they injured. So whether he will come back, I never really know. Even the Charles himself is injured. Like themselves, they suffer from their own injury problems. So making obviously now one will come play now based on international break. Those people will come back. If Mickey Van der Ven no play, the man go rest, because that guy might be that fastest, might be their own Saliba. So if you know they, well, it will help us in some ways. It will really help us. So we'll just see how the match will be. Last season we beat them, so this season I just expect us to actually do some magic. Mostly I go be. In fact, some people when they talk say make Arteta start Saka and Sterling at the same time. Say Martinelli or Trossard keep them on the bench. Just put Sterling with that lefty, put Saka with that right. Runner. Mostly I go be. And Saka they disturb, Sterling they disturb here. I don't know whether I buy that idea. People were mentioning it on social media, so I say make I throw them out. My here on our thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Mostly I go be. Now the dates for our Carabao Cup third tie, or third round, if you like, against Bolton. The date is out. So we are going to be playing Bolton on September 25. You get, so we'll see how that match will be. And say this season now, we try to see how we go compete very, very well and give a good showing in this season's cup fixtures. Because look at the last 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, like we never really do well in the cup games. Say we reach final, semi-final, like we've not been doing well. We know they really use them as a priority. That is why the likes of Eric Ten Hag now they come out for press conference, whether they accuse them, say they lose against Liverpool. But back on the talk, say after Man City, we are the next successful club in this Pep Guardiola era, because they managed to win about 2 trophies or thereabouts. Or they after I win one or that. The guys of the mistake and say they better than Arsenal. So after all, how many years now when don't come? How many trophies Arsenal don't win? So after Pep, and him be next. Maybe the young dust, but all is well. No yawa. So this time around, if we know if we win the league, in fact, Moko no put them saying now only league. Let us win something to show that yes, the process is yielding fruits. Because it no go make sense at the end of the day, you don't win anything. Like there's nothing to show for it. So I want to believe I thought that they serious about this competition, just like how Pep and Ten Hag then they take the day serious. Those ones sometimes Pep they use a senior team. Alan they play. If they say that Pep get this boat tonight, go shock you, Alan go play. So Moku self take them very, very serious. So now Fabrizio Romano can explain why Arsenal no sign Joan Garcia. See, it is just simple. The Espanyol people they feel say Joan Garcia is untouchable. It's not going to be sold. Like even say Mr. I don't reason of that they say. If they sell, how much time them get to go replace the player? Like it wasn't making sense. So I think the better time for us to sell to buy the player, which I believe say the Mateta, they understand because the player really wants to join. They don't already sign personal terms. I just club to club agreements, nice scatter, deservedly so. Because if you carry their own player, how where the time just like Alex had we come last one sign Trossard, they give us 35 million euros. Arsenal know say in the future, maybe when Trossard will enter 30 years now, it will be very, very hard for us to see a club that will come and give us 35 million pounds for Trossard. But Arsenal will collect that money because if we collect that window don't close, how will they replace them? If you see now when summer don't end, transfer summer window, they can't bring that money. Who says Arsenal may not collect? Like the option will be on the table. So now the same thing where Arsenal won't do Espanyol. So I believe the best time to buy this player is not even going to be January. It's going to be in the summer, the 2025 summer transfer window, which is why we bring in Neto on loan. So okay, one loan. After your loan, go back to your mama house. We don't want you like 35-year-old. Go back. They will come carry the main person who will define in the person of Joan Garcia. So now the biggest news of the night is the fact that we are hearing from our sources, now Arsenal, Give Me Sports, and other sources, that PSG actually offered Asensio, Marco Asensio, to Arsenal on the deadline day. But Arsenal refused the deal. Not because the player is a bad player, but because of his wages. Asensio earns £300,000 per week. So not just Arsenal. Arsenal, Manchester United, they rejected the deal that it was too much. So Arsenal can't go for a lesser option in Sterling. As they bring Arsenal rejects Asensio on that day. Arsenal rejects Mikhailo Mudryk on that day. Arsenal now went for Sterling. So that Sterling now we don't go for. That one's now still temporary stopgap. After the temporary fix, then once summer don't come again, we will go for the main person who will define in Nico Williams, according to David Ornstein of the Athletic. So now Nico Williams gonna go at it at once. So by then we will know whether the player will sign for us or not. So that's how it will be. Maybe tomorrow night go say they offer one Bukiris to us and we reject that. This is how we hear different rejection. Well, by that, all of our things, the fine place for us to call the show and end. So it's like come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning news. So then, tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Now, good nights. All right, guys.